talk to me and shoot the shit and learn some stuff occasionally. You know, again, I can't sing and I can't rap, but I can come here, you know, with some curly hair and some glasses and talk shit. But, you know, that being said, Nicki Minaj is in the news. You know, first she was fighting with Meek Mills, and it's like, do we even care? I guess we kind of do care, because it was real petty. I mean, her last name is now Mrs. Petty, so she married everything. But she was arguing with Meek Mill about who knows what, you know. I didn't really even care. Only thing I cared about is Meek go drag her about her brother being a pedophile. Then she gonna drag Meek for allegedly hitting her and hitting the mama and hitting the sister and doing all kind of stuff. But then Meek clapped back and said, well, your younger brother touched that girl too, and I knew, that's why I left. And I'm like, oh, the tea. Oh my God, what is going on? So Nicki will never address anything that has to do with her brother. You know, she went on and said, you know, it's wrong for you to use an alleged rape of a child against me and this, that, and the third. But it's like, people are going hard against Nicki because it's like, oh, now you saying alleged, but your brother has been convicted. He is a convicted child rapist. Like, how you gonna like say alleged, like you have no sympathy for that child, and talk about the mama tried to extort you and all kind of other stuff. Like, at the end of the day, like, despite what the mama do, there still was this underage child involved. But I'm not gonna even bring that. Look, I'm on to something else. Let's talk about the music, since that's really what we're here for. I mean, I feel like that's why they got to argue. Meek got an album coming out. Nicki got an album coming out. Everybody got music coming out. Why not just argue? Let's sell some tracks. So Nicki, right after the argument, ended up putting up a song. Okay. Look, it is Black History Month. You know, we only get 28 days, 27, 28, whatever this year is. But we only get a few days to celebrate, you know, American descendant of slaves, you know, history of American Black people. And here is Nicki Minaj dropping a sneak peek of a track where she telling bitches Rosa Parks, sit down. Bitches stand up. I don't even know what she said. But anyway, she used bitches and Rosa Parks in the same sentence. And it's like, you ain't see nothing wrong with that. You didn't know the history. You know, Rosa Parks may be gone, but her legacy lives on, and her family members did not want to associate her legacy of sitting in the front of the bus and refusing to give up her seat to a white man and being told to move to the back of the bus so that you can come on and put her on a record and tell bitches to stand up or sit down or whatever you call the bitches and call them Rosa Parks. Some people are like, oh, it's jamming, but I don't see that player in the club. Like, okay, then, you know me. I'm like, okay, I'm an Outkast fan, okay? I am ATLien. That's what they call me. Y'all can't say nothing bad about Outkast. Y'all can't say nothing bad about Andre 3000 and Big Boy Antoine Patton. You cannot. But, you know, they also had a song back in the day called Rosa Parks, okay? The Parks family didn't like it back then either. Well, come to find out, well, at least according to Dre, the Parks, the Rosa Parks family, like her nephews, everything was like, it's not us, we not suing y'all, it's really her lawyers and her estate. You know, they really, you know, trying to get some money. I don't know what the deal is. So, long story short, they ended up around that time, they filed a lawsuit against Outkast for millions of dollars, millions of dollars, you know, for using Rosa Parks in the song. Y'all remember that? Aha, hush that fuss, everybody moved to the back of the bus. They didn't say her name, but the song was called Rosa Parks. So the lawyer had went, you know, before the court and tried to convince the court that Outkast was telling everybody to move to the back of the bus, like Rosa Parks either ride with them or don't ride at all, and this is destroying their legacy and all that. Long story short, Outkast got dropped from the case, from the lawsuit. Like, they was like, we ain't gonna sue Outkast. It's not their fault. You know, it's not their fault. They're just creatives. They just rapping. They just doing what rappers do. But who we will sue is LaFace and the album and the people who put it out. You know, this had to be approved by some people in power. So, you know, when it got approved, they took Outkast off the lawsuit. They end up settling for millions. Like the record label LaFace, they just cut them a check. The rest is history. The album is like the 25th reunion of, you know, the album, everything, and, you know, it is what it is. Now, the Nicki Minaj, where she's actually saying Rosa Parks, bitches like Rosa Parks, sit up, stand down. Look, I keep getting it wrong, and honestly, I don't care. I just know she used bitches and Rosa Parks in the same sentence. But, you know, I think there's another lawsuit that's going to come out because her estate does not take kindly. They are not happy about Nicki Minaj. In fact, Anita Peek, who is the executive director at the Institute, who worked closely with Parks prior to her passing, said that if Rosa was alive today, she'd be extremely hurt by Minaj taking her bus protest, one of the most significant moments of the civil rights movement, and putting a negative spin on it for a song, even though she was trying to be clever or funny. Peek says there is absolutely nothing funny about segregation in America and suggests that Nicki should have known better than to include lyrics that some people would consider disrespectful. In addition to the people who feel that it's disrespectful is Parks' nephew. You know, the person who I told you that told Outkast, you know, we don't really, you know, y'all good. You know, we straight with you, but we want some money from the record label. One of the nephews said it was both heartbreaking and disrespectful that Nicki Minaj would have a lyric in a song that can be used negatively when mentioning someone who provided her the freedom that she has today. Whew. On the heels of Black History Month, that's what we have to deal with is Nicki Minaj. Actually, the actual track is called Yikes, and the actual lyric says, "All you bitches, Rosa Parks, get your ass up." That's the exact lyrics. All you bitches, Rosa Parks. So, Pete claims, you know, she wouldn't agree with Nicki, but she says the legendary activist was all about positivity, so she would not condemn the rapper, but if she were alive today, she would try to teach her. Speaking of teaching, I don't know what it is about, you know, people these days who seem to get away from me, dog, who seem to feel like it is just, like, okay to, like, use, you know, our legends in, you know, songs and in, news articles and things of that nature. And, you know, speaking of that, I guess that's a good segue. Shout out to Bridge the Gap for joining membership. And hey, Chit Chat joining. Okay, level 2, level 1. I see y'all in the building. What else do we have going on? Y'all know I got so much. I've got to put my little Outkast picture up. You know, I got to put my Outkast picture, Dre and Big Boy. Hey, Dre. Hey, Twan. Hey, y'all. Anyway, speaking of Outkast, I don't know if y'all need to go watch my video from the red carpet at the damn YouTube Music where they honored LaFace Records. Since we talking about LaFace, they honored Babyface and L.A. Reid and all of the artists that were on LaFace at the time that helped bridge the gap between, you know, New York, L.A. and Atlanta, that put Atlanta on the map, like TLC and Outkast and Goody Mob and Usher and everybody who came after them, like Future and Monica and Killer Mike and The Dream, and man, it was just so many wonderful people. T.I. and Tiny and Candy and Escape and Jermaine Dupri and Ludacris and Tuja. Like, it was an Atlanta party. And I got to speak to Leor Cohen. You know, y'all keep calling him a culture vulture, but I guess he's trying to make amends. You know, he said he want to keep the music. He want to keep Atlanta music in Atlanta and bring all of it here. He said none of this money should be going to New York, to California, to, you know, to Miami or anywhere else. We need to keep all our music and our artists in Atlanta, and we need to build it up. And I salute them for that. I was so happy. But I digress. You said we ain't on Gail yet. We getting there. Let me get the Gail, since we talk about our legends and people disrespecting legacies. Let's go ahead and talk about Gail. Gail was on CBS News. She interviewed Lisa Leslie for, attempt to get an insight into the legacy of Kobe Bryant, since he passed in that horrible helicopter accident.